State Senator Pat Stedman is among the lawmakers attempting to work out a compromise that would avoid liquor sales ballot issues on this year's election. The current bill would limit one liquor license every 2,500 feet. So if a grocery store wanted to sell hard liquor, it would need to purchase an existing license near its location. Ben, with this many days left in the legislative session, can this compromise get done?
Logistically, yes, it can get done. Politically, will it get done? I don't think so. This battle's been raging for the better part of 20, 25 years, and it will continue. And I don't know if the ballot proposals are going to solve the issue with any sense of finality, because I suspect, regardless of what happens with the ballot proposals, there's going to be a push to put some legislation next session anyway. I applaud Pat Stedman for trying this. I think it's the right way to go. I just don't know if there's the political will to compromise at this point. Both sides feel that they can get where they want to go with different ballot proposals, and they may not see any incentive to compromise. It's sort of the whole thing we saw with the fracking debate. You know, there were always efforts, and often they fell short. But I think Pat's doing the right thing, trying to get the compromise done. And it's not an unreasonable approach. I just don't know if the political will is there to do it.
Ben, what do you think? I mean, Penn makes a good point about the fracking compromise. That seemed to be a little bit more urgent, and frankly, politicians were worried about its affecting the rest of the ballot.
Sure.
I don't know if people are that worried about the rest of the ballot on these particular ballot issues, or if the players, like craft beer sellers, are motivated to compromise. What do you think?
Well, I think, as Penn pointed out, that the sides are fairly entrenched and that the compromise may make sense because it makes both sides a little bit unhappy, but because they have alternative solutions sort of present, they may just choose to not compromise. I mean, there's a lot that's sort of behind this. I think the comparison to fracking is meaningful. The difference being that fracking has, I think, a higher pitched debate surrounding it, whereas this is not something that's necessarily top of mind for most consumers or voters. So I don't think we'll see the compromise. I think we'll see the ballot language, and I think that for the most part, consumers don't really care. I don't think that, you know, too many people in the state are experiencing some problem with access to alcohol. So I suspect there'll be no compromise, and we'll see these things on the ballot.
Patty, as you look at the different players involved, do you think they prefer to see something go to the ballot rather than see a compromise get done to the legislature?
Well, they prefer to see something go to the ballot if they win, and that's going to be the big issue. So you've got, and for the voters, it's really a matter of, okay, do we really care about the convenience of being able to go to a grocery store and get full strength beer and wine and maybe liquor? I mean, so that's in play. Or do we care more about the complaints that mom and pop places will go out? It'll really affect craft brewers. And I don't think people have really polled the citizens of Colorado that much on how much they care. But clearly the players really care. I mean, the grocery stores really care. They poured in a lot of money. This would make them a lot of money. Craft brewers really care because they've created an incredible industry here in Colorado, but if they lose the shelf space they have at some of those boutique, dedicated mom and pop places, that'll affect them. So I think we'll see some of this on the ballot, along with, we'll probably have a caucus vote on the ballot. We're going to have more fracking stuff on the ballot. It's going to be a very, very long November 8th.
David, Pat Stedman came out and said he wanted to push this compromise to protect mom and pop types of stores from being crushed. If the ballot issues go the way I guess he's fearing, are mom and pop liquor stores really at risk?
Oh, sure. And like lots of other small businesses, and you can change from a world where you have families owning their own business to a lot of them being wiped out, and some of them get a job and they can be an assistant manager for, you know, megacorp. And, you know, you can draw the charts and see why that's more economically efficient, but man doesn't live by bread alone, and there is social efficiency as well, and it is a better society when you have more people who can be their own small business owners instead of working for Mr. Slate in some mega corporation.